Welcome to the Rugby Obsession Deep Dive.
Great to be here.
Today, we're really getting stuck into the build-up around the British and Irish Lions tour to Australia. That's July 2025.
Yep, it's creeping up, isn't it? Lots of chat already.
Definitely. We're looking at the squad selection reactions, what the Wallabies might be facing. We'll dig into what former Lion Scott Quinnell thinks he's had some, let's say, bold things to say.
He usually does.
Yeah. And we'll touch on the Joseph-Aukuso Suaalii injury news from the Australian side, too. Basically, we want to give you a clear picture of where things stand right now.
Sounds good.
And hey, if you love this kind of rugby chat, make sure you subscribe to Rugby Obsession for more.
So, starting with the Lions squad, Scott Quinnell calling it powerful. What's your first take on that? It feels right, doesn't it?
It really does. I mean, the sheer number of top players discussed, even the ones who didn't quite make it.
Exactly. That tells you a lot about the depth, you know. When the debate is about who got left out, you know the squad's strong.
Quinnell certainly thinks so. He jokingly predicted a 3-0 Lions whitewash.
Yeah, saw that. A bit tongue-in-cheek maybe, but it shows the confidence over here.
He also highlighted some of the younger guys coming through, like Henry Pollock, the England flanker.
Pollock. Yeah, his rise has been pretty quick, hasn't it? For those maybe less familiar, a flanker is, you know, key at the breakdown, tackling, high work rate.
And Quinnell was impressed, mentioned his try against Leinster, the 2 against Wales, and the Six Nations. That's making his statement.
It absolutely is. And throwing him into the mix with, say, Jack Morgan from Wales, that creates some serious competition just for a starting spot.
That internal competition, it can really push the whole squad, can't it?
Right.
It drives up standards before they even face the Wallabies.
Definitely. And it's not just the back row, is it?
No, Quinnell pointed straight at the fly half spot, too. Finn Russell, Finn Smith, Scotland versus England there.
That's a fascinating one. 2 quite different styles, really. Russell with that unpredictable magic, and Smith being so composed, playing so well for his club.
How do you see the coaches playing that one? Those tour games are going to be crucial viewing, I reckon.
They have to be. You've got Russell's experience, that sort of maverick quality, versus Smith's current form and control. And it might depend on the game plan they want against Australia, you know? Which style fits best?
Let's look a bit closer at the squad names. 38 players. Scott Cummings, the Scotland lock, is in. Marcus Smith, offering that fly-half fullback cover. And Pollock, as we mentioned.
But the big talking points are often the omissions, aren't they?
Always. Owen Farrell, Jack Willis, Darcy Graham. Pretty experienced guys not on the plane this time.
Farrell especially. His leadership, his goal kicking. Leaving him out is a big call. Makes you wonder about the leadership group.
Quinnell had a bit of a laugh about the number of Welsh players, selected only 2, I think.
Yeah, compared to the large Irish contingent. He cheekily put that down to the coaching staff being largely Irish.
But it does just show how tough selection was across every position. Every spot was fought for.
For sure. And just a reminder, if you're enjoying this breakdown, do subscribe to Rugby Obsession. We'll be covering the tour all the way.
Good point. So the schedule, it kicks off against Argentina in Dublin, June 20th. Then off to Oz for 5 tour matches before the first test on July 19th.
And all live on Sky Sports, so plenty to watch.
Right, let's switch hemispheres. What's the latest on Joseph-Aukuso Suaalii for the Wallabies? Heard he picked up an injury?
Yeah, a fractured jaw happened in his Super Rugby game against the Reds. Looked like an accidental knee. Required surgery.
Ouch. Sounds serious.
Well, Dan McKellar, the Wallabies and Warhawks coach, seemed pretty calm about it. Called it nothing major, just a setback. Which sounds surprisingly positive.
Okay, so maybe not as bad as it first sounded. What's the timeline for his return?
McKellar reckons about 4 weeks out.
4 weeks?
Yeah.
That puts him right in the frame for the Lions series then.
Exactly. Expected to be fit for the tests? That's a huge relief for them, I imagine.
Massive. Suaalii brings that X factor, doesn't he? Real athleticism in the back line. His availability could really shift things for the Wallabies attack.
Yeah, he's definitely a potential game changer. McKellar sounding positive suggests they're banking on having him ready to counter these powerful Lions. It makes the build-up even more interesting.
It really does. A confident Lions squad. But the Wallabies hoping to have one of their key weapons back in time adds another layer to it all.
So summing up, we've looked at the Lions squad, that feeling of power Scott Quinnell mentioned, the key selection debates.
And the positive update on Suaalii for the Wallabies, keeping things interesting from their side too.
Right. So thinking about Quinnell's 3-0 prediction, bold, maybe overly confident. What do you think?
It's bold, for sure. Gets people talking, doesn't it? What about you listening? What are your thoughts on that prediction? And which player battles are you most excited about seeing? Russell versus Smith, Maybe Pollock pushing for a spot.
Yeah, we'd love to hear what stands out to you. Drop your comments.
And please do subscribe to Rugby Obsession for more deep dives like this as we get closer to the tour.
We'll keep you updated.
Thanks so much for listening to this Rugby Obsession deep dive.
We look forward to you joining us for our next episode.